Hey guys, it's Uncle Stitch. Ooh, I didn't realize these were magnetic. I'm gonna be sharpening this QSP, and this thing is it's toast. I did kind of want to talk about that. I'm probably gonna go on a rant about a couple of things, because there's some new upcoming things that are going to be happening that you guys should know about. Wrong side. We're going to be taking this all the way down to 400. So the QSP, Baby Penguin is what I have. This is a D2 tool steel knife. Look, this thing came in at a price point. A price point of $30. What I just did there was I tilted and I'm kind of pulling towards me. And then once I feel it slip, then I just move it back just a tad. And then I use my index finger to keep that. Now, will this come out fucked up? Of course it will, because I'm not a professional and I'm a fucking idiot. However, this is D2 tool steel. There's probably a higher likelihood that I will not be taking this up very high in grit, because I don't need to. I can get a shaving, hair oiling edge off of actually 400 grit in a strop, which I've done before, just to fool around. And basically what I want to talk about is this knife, as dirty as it is, really has not been used and abused. The reason why I am sharpening this is because the edge is fucking gone. That's where it slips, so I push it back just a tad. It's kind of unfortunate that D2 tool steel cannot be the same between different companies. D2 tool steel from Benchmade, luckily, was my first experience with D2 tool steel, because I got an idea of what good D2 tool steel is. There are a lot of budget brand D2 tool steel knives out there, and to be honest with you, I don't, knowing what I know now, I would probably pick HCR13 MOV over the budget brand D2 tool steel. And the reason for that is because HCR13 MOV is extremely easy to sharpen. This takes a very... You know what? I've never taken D2 tool steel. I don't even know if you can take D2 tool steel to a mirror polish. I don't know. Same deal. Actually, I'm gonna have to do it. Shit. It's so hard to do this on camera. So, pushing forward until it slips, then I move it back just a tad. You son of a bitch. This is the part that I fucking hate. It's fucking stone slipping. It's a pain in the ass. I really need to familiarize myself on left-handed grip. This did not go through an insane amount of abuse. This was literally just used to cut boxes and basically plastic. I have torture test devices that I could use this on, such as 1/4 inch thick rubber hose, linoleum flooring, stuff like that. However, this did not make it to the torture tests. So, without wasting too much time, putting an edge back on this, I feel like I should be able to put an edge with 400 grit, and D2 tool steel should be able to hold that. Now, part of the reason why I want to just use 400 grit, I might actually take this up to a mirror polish, I might, but that's not really going to do me any good, because essentially the lower the grit, the more scratches are in the bevel, and the scratches kind of act like micro serrations, which that's what I'm talking about. Is if you take a knife that has a flat blade and you set it down on something and you pull it back, it's not going to cut through that. If you take something with serrations and you set it down on top and you run it over the whatever item it is that you're trying to cut, oh yes, oh yes, we are doing very well. Serrations will cut through that. So part of the reason why I'm just using 400 grit is because ideally the only thing that this thing is going to be used for is cutting boxes. Do I need to make a show knife out of this? No, I do not. So therefore, taking this up, I might. I don't know. It depends on how quickly I achieve the edge that I would like. And I really wish this wouldn't flop around. It's fucking annoying as shit. So again, find the angle until it slips, and then you move it back just a tad, and that is the angle that you keep your wrist locked. Oh, it sucks. It sucks I can like barely put any pressure. Or the whole stone moves. Upcoming garbage. So, Civivi, I've mentioned this before in some of my videos. I do not like Civivi. I have never liked Civivi. I have tried Civivi on several different occasions. I tried Ruike with the guise of, oh, these are budget-friendly knives. You got the budget part correctly, but there is a Civivi that has caught my eye. It's called the Civivi Chiro, C-H-I-R-O, and I know that's not how you say Cairo traditionally. However, I don't know if it's Chiro or Cairo, but Cairo sounds cooler, so that's what we're sticking with. So anyway, I'm gonna purchase one of those. Every part of me wants to hate that fucking knife because of the brand name. The brand has been pretty fucking terrible to me in the past. See how straight that is? That's pretty nice. Let's see what we got here. I don't know. I mean, down here it's nice, but up there it's not. Right until it slips. So, that's one of the knives I'll be purchasing next. Obviously, Blade Show happened, and the Halo VII, the Halo 7, has been announced. That is a $1,200 knife. That knife is way more important to me than anything else right now. I don't know how I'm going to get my fucking hands on it, but I'm going to do everything in my power to get my hands on that knife. That knife is something that needs to be a part of my collection. I guess kind of one of the things is that I do want to have a few cheaper knives so that I can use them, sharpen them. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm practicing on these knives. I'm practicing sharpening. And I've learned a lot from a lot of different people. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. So, David C. Anderson from Knife Center, he has these little Blade Show of the weeks or whatever, or maybe it's a daily thing. I literally go to sleep watching those. I go to that channel and hit play mix on YouTube, and I literally go to sleep to David C. Anderson talking about knives. And that's not a bad thing. David C. Anderson is pretty much the only person that gets a pass from me 10 times out of 10. Because there's something about that guy. You know, I want to see that guy happy, and I want to see him succeed. When Blade HQ lost Ben Peterson, and I know people are like, oh, well, you know, again, I'm drawing towards me until right about there. We're going to try coming this way. Blade HQ loses Ben Peterson, and a lot of people don't remember this, but for a short period of time, Ben Peterson went back to the company that he worked for prior to Blade HQ. And I can't remember if that was CRKT or it's some, I know it wasn't Schrade, but it was like not a fantastic company. And then he came up with his own stuff. He's got the NAFs, KNAFS. I want to try a NAF. I really do. I love Ben Peterson, man. I mean, since he has left Blade HQ, they have totally lost their touch in their videos. The personalities are just not as entertaining, and there's no... Ben always had a very positive outlook, and right off the cuff, he would point out things that other people, probably, maybe even the makers, didn't even realize. You know, the personalities that they have now is, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. So Blade HQ, I could give a shit less about. Okay, well, there we have it. Let's feel. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah, this is right back to where it was. Oh, the other thing that I learned. So now we have developed a burr. So you're gonna find that area. And now what we're doing is we're wiggling that burr back and forth. And the reason why we're doing that is the same reason when you're trying to break something, you wiggle it back and forth to make it weak. And we're doing that so that the strop doesn't have to do so much work. And you don't have to do that a bunch of times. But, you know, I can visibly see the burr in the knife. So what I was going on and on and on about was, so these knives of the week, you know, there's pretty much since I've been watching David C. Anderson, I've noticed, and if he sees this, he's going to be pissed, but the dude won't shut up about MagnaCut. He just goes on and on and on and on and on about MagnaCut, and there's nothing wrong with that. Really, there's not. I just get tired of hearing it over and over and over and over again. So what I was talking about with QSP was more of a budget-friendly knife, so to speak, and I was kind of disappointed in the D2 tool steel. Guys, this is a $30 knife. You can't be disappointed in the D2 tool steel. You just can't. Is this better than Ozark Trail? This is probably 100 times better than Ozark Trail. You can actually see the tip has been kind of destroyed. Let's see here. There we go. It's that tip is toast. So, basically what I'm getting at is these shows that David C. Anderson does, I pay very close attention to these. And I've still got quite a bit of diamond. I'm going to put a little bit more 6 micron diamond paste on there. Give me just a moment. So, oh shit, I gotta get something to spray it with. Just a sec. All right, we're back. So, David C. Anderson, these little knife shows that he puts on. On his display table, there is and always will be higher end knives and more budget friendly knives. No matter what the topic is that he is talking about. One thing I hate about this stuff is sometimes when you press that button, it all just blows out the bottom. So I always put the tip down, apply pressure, and then lift up. And that's how you prevent yourself from having a complete and total disaster. Don't look at my health insurance, guys. Okay. Nobody knows my name. No, but anyway, So these budget friendly options. A lot of people are saying 14 or 28C, blah, 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 fucking, garbage. And for some reason, I don't know what it was, but he was talking about, I think he was talking about the Civivi Cairo. And I don't think he had the knife on display necessarily, but he had another knife that reminded him of it or something like that. I can't exactly remember what it was, but I heard the word Civivi and I looked it up and I saw the thing, and the design of it looks beautiful. Like that Civivi Cairo really looks like a fucking gangster's knife, you know what I mean? So I was just gonna basically say that I have fully anticipated to hate this knife prior to its arrival, but I do need budget-friendly knives that I can practice on, because everything else I have is a relatively high-end knife. What we're gonna do here this thing just bites right in. Hope I'm not wrong about this. Let me grab a toilet paper towel roll or whatever. I have to save these. Somebody also mentioned using jeweler's rouge. I have to save these toilet paper rolls because really they're the only thing that I can cut for like more of a non torture test. I mean, it's not terrible, but prior to me sharpening this thing, I mean, yes, it does have a bite. Prior to me sharpening this thing, dude, it would not have been able to cut cardboard. It would have wedged itself in between the cardboard and tore the motherfucker. But there's no way that this thing kind of give myself just a little bite. This is nowhere near as sharp as my Spyderco. Yeah, this is fucking awful. So, it does have bite to it. It really does. But obviously, I think I need to spend a little bit more time. You know what? Fuck it. Let's take it down to 320. I don't necessarily need to reprofile this blade, but the serration type of edges. The scratches in the apex creates a sawing like cutting capability. So sometimes, depending on what you're using the knife for, it might be better to if you can't make a knife sharp on lower grit, then you shouldn't go up to higher grits, because it'll just get you frustrated. But this is kind of the perfect blade to use on a lower grit. I haven't marred up the blade at all. It's all dirt or whatever, fucking semen stains or whatever the fuck that is. It's got a bite to it. It does. But yeah, was I impressed with Civivi's D2 Jewel Steel? No, I was not. I really wanted to like this. It's unfortunate that not all D2 tool steels are created equal, because this is a really cool knife, and for $33, it is a really cool knife. But the majority of people who are purchasing $33 knives probably at best have a work sharp or a KME, and the results that I've gotten out of a work sharp have been absolute trash compared to the stone. This thing has a pretty good fucking bite to it. Yeah, it didn't take much. So, yeah, I mean, it's got a really nice edge to it. It really didn't take me that long to clean this thing up, to be honest with you. And a lot of that has to do with the 6-micron diamond paste and the strop that I have. You know, basically what you're seeing is that just because you sharpen a knife on a lower grit stone doesn't mean you can't achieve. Let's see if I can get this to focus. I have hair all over my, I mean, does it? Kind of. God dang, am I dirty? Yeah, kind of. You know what I mean? It's, I'm not really expecting a whole lot. I don't know if I should keep going. Where are we at? 30 minutes here? Fuck it. Back to the 320 it is. I wonder if I should do yeah, D2 tool steel can be kind of a bitch to sharpen. But a lot of times, once you get it there, it'll stay there. For quite some time. I don't want to do that on 400. Damn it. I don't think that's going to help me at all. All right. Sharpening with one hand. I don't have a choice. Actually looks pretty damn good. One more time, Mr. Struck. Yeah, if you're stropping and you see a massive scratch going through your paste, it tells you that you have a little more cleaning up to do. The strop will tell you a lot. It should be relatively smooth. You shouldn't have to put on too much pressure because you don't want the strop to roll your apex over, making it essentially dull. Okay. You know, I mean, it's cutting shit off of there, but it's not fucking great. You know what I mean? But as far as ease to maintain, I mean, yeah, this knife doesn't do bad at all. It just, you know, it requires a little bit of attention, but not enough to where it's going to be a massive pain in the ass. Just do it that way then. But yeah, basically what I just kind of wanted to do was just put like I guess you could call it a farmer's edge on the blade. Something to take to work and literally use for work. And I believe I've accomplished that on 320 and 400, and realistically I could probably achieve that on, oh, look at that little cocksucker. Could probably just achieve that on 320 and strop it and get away with it and be fine. So anyway, I want to get kind of a different blade shape, something that's, I do enjoy that this is a straight edge, kind of like a razor, because it's easier to sharpen. But I need to face challenges if I want to get any better. So essentially, I really want to just fucking keep going on this thing. And maybe I will tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this, and maybe tomorrow we'll come back and sharpen this again until it actually is hair popping, shaving sharp, you know. So, all right, guys, we'll catch you later. Peace.